Hello, friends and family out there in YouTube land. I'm Robert Hamm with Robert Hamm Photography, and today we're looking at the Olympus 35RC, shooting my first roll of film on it using Fuji Supra 200. Your eyes are not deceiving you, my friends. There is a focusing issue with my camera, so the images that you will see will be blurry. However, that doesn't mean that the whole roll was wasted. You always have to test a roll when you get a new camera, and here we can look at quite a few things, such as the color. We can also look at consistency. We can look at indoor and outdoor. We can talk about the film. And here we go. When you do see these images, the images like this one coming up right now that have writing on it are taken from my Galaxy Note 7, and just for a reference, that's only. The other images that don't have writing on them are taken using the Olympus 35RC. Okay guys, let's just move right into it. The first thing that I'm going to notice is that the camera takes a very consistent image. Focus aside, the contrast, the saturation, the colors, the white balance look good across almost every different scene that I will have. You'll notice that indoor shots, such as these little glasses right here, do pick up quite a bit of green from the fluorescent lamps above. However, Supra 200 is a daylight balanced film, and so I would expect there to be some color shift indoors, especially in very low light. That shift of color is kind of consistent, but it really depends on what's around and if you have any available outdoor light. If you have any light like you do right here, a little bit of skylight, then it's going to help bring in a more daylight kind of color, but it's also going to maintain some of that kind of greenish fluorescent lamp. So whatever your main light is around, that's what it's going to pick up for. It really likes the blues, the daylight balanced blues. What I found that I liked about this film and shooting the camera was not just the ease of use. Even though zone focusing didn't work because the actual focus mechanism and rangefinder split image are messed up, the fact of putting it up to your eye to shoot through it using the parallax correction marks was quite simple, and it was a lot of fun to shoot. My son and I switched off. He took a photo, I took a photo all the way through. It was a great bonding experience for the both of us, even though we recognized that we were testing the camera out. One of the things that I think is great about the Supra film is that this 200 speed is really nice right out here during the day. You'll notice I'm shooting, and you may not realize I'm not on some kind of aperture priority mode. I'm actually just on manual metering everything. I'm metering it all myself using the Sunny 16 rule and working that out with my son. You'll notice that when we don't shoot into the light and we shoot away from the light, we get the blues in the skies quite a bit more. You'll also notice that we can recover some of the nice highlights and details when we're shooting across the light. But when you shoot into the light, there's quite a bit of flaring like in one of the other images that you saw. And that may have to do more with the lens and the fact that the image itself or the lens itself just isn't focused. So that'll bring some haziness to it and some blurriness to it as well. The density of the images feel pretty good. I like the way that they were captured on film here. You'll notice that even shooting into that backlit sky, we're still able to take quite a bit of detail out. And imagine how much more we would have got had that image been in focus. Here, while shooting away from the sun, we actually have a very nice soft contrast curve in the sky, and we're able to still see some of the details in that area. What I will notice is that some of the blacks kind of get lost a little bit. So if you can capture the midtones pretty easily, but things that begin to go black really kind of disappear. And if we were focused, I think that would add to a real contrasty kind of mark. Here's a shot right here that was just a little bit underexposed overall, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The sky is nice and blue, but the blacks kind of fade from the midtones directly out. And that was what I took away from the camera. I really enjoyed shooting using this camera. I enjoyed using the film, and it was a fun time overall. Guys, I'm Robert Hamm with RobertHammPhotography.com. Catch me on the flip side at RobHammPhoto. Keep shooting, my friends.